Is it entirely appropriate for the president to be addressing a crisis of this gravity as he's standing before a whiteboard talking about the basketball tournament?
There are crises all the time.
President Obama is getting hit with new criticism for sticking to his no-drama leadership style, some might say, despite an almost unprecedented series of chaotic events around the world. There's a devastating tsunami and unfolding nuclear crisis in Japan that we've been talking about today. There's the bloody unrest in Libya and the Middle East. Gasoline prices are soaring to their highest levels in nearly 3 years, and a stock market that's lost its gains for the year. But despite all of this, the president is still planning to leave tomorrow for a 5-day trip to Latin America, including a stop in Rio. He even went ahead with an ESPN appearance to fill out his NCAA brackets.
And despite all the troubles around the world, the president kept his annual appointment to fill out his bracket for college basketball's March Madness.
Let me ask you about that, because we talked about this at the top of the hour, Marianne, about how the optics of the president picking his NCAA brackets while the people are suffering in Japan and while we have this crisis in Libya and while, we didn't have a budget until yesterday, doesn't look good. And, it shows a disconnect or a tone deafness.
It's a national obsession to fill out your brackets, and this is a subject that the president clearly knows something about. That said, they didn't have to do this. I mean, you don't have to, there's nothing that says you have to spend some time doing this. You know what you're projecting.
Would you have advised him to forego the NCAA bracket thing?
Potentially. Yeah. Potentially that was
Maria, what about you?
For a bad image and a bad talking point.
Perception-wise, are you looking at this scratching your head?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially with the ESPN picks. Look, I mean, I'm a huge college basketball fan. I've been to a dozen Final Fours. I was impressed with his picks and his knowledge of players, but that wasn't what the American people needed to see yesterday. I think no one would have been surprised if he had canceled the on-air.
Just handed him the bracket. Here's my bracket.
Here are my brackets.
I'll see you next week.
I'm kind of busy right now. You can see there are a lot of big things going on right now.
Today, President Obama went on ESPN to announce his NCAA tournament picks. Or as Japan put it, really? You're kidding me.